Okay, getting ready for Chapter 8, Lesson 1. Francisco is considering options for a vegetable garden. His garden club suggests that lettuce seeds should be planted 6 inches apart. Draw a diagram to show the maximum number of lettuce plants that will fit in a garden row that is 5 feet long. And then what is the maximum number of lettuce plants that fit in one row? So you can pause the video and go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's my 5 foot. Six inches. So I have one plant here and one plant here. And one plant here. That's 1 foot. 1.5, 2, 2.5 and 3, 3.5 and 4, 4.5 and 5. So how many plants are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, traditionally, gardeners plant in rows. They leave 3 feet between the rows so they can tend the plants. Francisco has one area that's 5 foot by 7 foot. Draw and label the diagram to show the maximum number of lettuce plants he can grow in that 5 by 7. Again, they're 6 inches apart. Go ahead and pause the video and do that. So if this is my garden and I have 5 by 7 and I'm drawing my rows here, I'm going to try to color this so it's a little easier to see maybe. Okay. So here's one row. And they have to be 3 feet apart. There's another row. And 3 feet apart. I should have drew that over here a little further. I'm gonna erase that. And I'm gonna go right over here. And then here's another one. And then that's all the rows I can get in there. So I have 3 rows. And if they are 5 foot from here to here, I can put a plant right on the edge, then 6 inches, then 1 foot, 2 foot, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Times 3, we can have 33 plants. Okay, we're going to need this information here coming up. There's another gardening method called the square foot gardening. And in each square foot section, 1 by 1, 1 foot square section, you can get 4 plants because they have to be 6 inches apart. So to grow at least letter A here, as many plants as you did for problem 2B, which we had 33 in problem 2B, how many 1 by 1 squares does Francisco need? So if you can get 4, you can go ahead and pause the video and try to figure that out. And if you take your 33 and you divide by 4, because you can get 4 plants in each section, comes up to 8 with a remainder. So that means if you have 8, you can only get 32. So that means we're going to need 9 to get at least 33. Which means how many are we going to have if we have 9 of those 1 by 1 squares? We're going to have 36 plants. So what is the ratio of plants to square feet for this garden? And we're going to go back to the last page and figure that one out. So we have 9 for 36 plants. 36 plants for over 9 is 4 for each square foot, which it shows up here anyway. Okay, I'm going to go backward onto the last page and we're going to figure that one out. So in our garden here, it's a 7 by 5. So we have 35 square feet and we have 33 plants. So if we divide that, and what we want to know is how many for 1. So we're going to take 33 plants divided by 35, and we get, I did that backwards, didn't I? Should be 35. Okay, so how many can we get in 1 foot? This is our area. These are our plants. Okay, so we have 33 divided by 35 comes out to 0.94 approximately. So now we need to compare that here. So in the row garden, we got 0.94. In the square foot garden, we have 4. So 1 lettuce plant weighs about 2 pounds. So how many pounds of lettuce is the row garden going to produce? Around 1.88 approximately. And if these in the square foot garden, they weigh 2 pounds each, they're going to weigh, you're going to get 8 pounds of lettuce per square. So number 6 says, circle the statement below that describes the relationship between the garden yields. Okay, so go ahead and circle the one that you think. Go ahead and pause. And it is going to be letter D. If we take this times 4, take this times 4, it's actually a little more than 4. You will get letter D. The diagram below shows the layout of a row garden. Use the grid on page 351, which I have here, to redesign the garden as a square foot garden. So it's going to yield twice as many pounds of vegetables. Okay. Remember, there's still going to be 3 feet between the rows in the garden. And the garden beds can be no more than 4 feet wide. And 3 feet between the edges of them. Okay, so for our lettuce, if we have 6 inches between the plants and 2 pounds per plant, means we're going to have 22 pounds here, 22 pounds here. So you can go ahead and pause the video and finish number 1 and then do number 2 and 3 there. Okay, so I'm going to just put the answer key up here. It's going to be a lot easier for you to see than my writing. And that should be close to what you have. Okay, So number 2 and 3, you have about 157 pounds, and the yield per square foot, approximately there, 0.58. Okay, label your diagram to show what kind of plants are in each garden bed. Use the yield rates on page 350, the one we just got finished with there, to label each garden bed with the yield in pounds. Okay, give this one a try. Pause the video. Okay, so you're trying to get at least twice as much yield for your garden. So if we take a look at this, the pepper plants, for example, we have 192 pounds. This is just a sample answer. Yours might even be more than this, okay? If we look back, comparing just the pepper plants right now, the pepper plants we had 2 48-pound pieces there. So we had 96, and jumping ahead, we have now 192. So you're supposed to do something like that. Okay, so your garden might not be 314, but it should be at least double of what page 350 had. Now we have the math box. Pause if you need to write those down or work on them. And then the study link. Let me slide this up just a little bit here. And then you can see the whole page. And that's it for lesson 8.1.